Hi YouTube, Mochismo Eugene. Welcome to another video from Exit Strategy. Let's talk about you are an asset, a liability, and you also are a commodity, all at the same time for a narcissist. But they are bad business men and women. They are very poor in business when it comes to finances and obviously when it comes to relationships. They may be in a marriage for 10, 20 years, but the hell they take that individual through. Only people that will maintain or sustain an interaction with a narcissist are people who are so subservient to the narcissist and so beaten down to the point where they don't have the will to fight back. They're essentially being held hostage psychologically by a narcissist. But we know a narcissist will bail on you like Martha Stewart bailing out of stock, because Martha Stewart allegedly had an inside scoop on the market. This is what the narcissist does when they sense that you are chewing through the ropes of their BS. When they sense that you are awakening, coming out of that comatose state that they've put you in. When the nonsense is not making sense anymore. And so they are already ready to bail. Some said, and content creators have said, they leave their bags packed at the door when they meet you. Up here. Because they're just passing through. They're just tourists. Airbnb. And you know, I'm going to draw off a story that happened. And I think I mentioned this in a video some time ago. There's a diner that I like to go to, or I've gone to a few times. I'll just say that. And in visiting this diner one time, there was a young lady sitting off to the right of me by herself. And she had dined, and I think she was done eating or whatnot when we walked in. And so I noticed that she got up kind of casually and walked out. But before she walked out, I could see she was doodling on a piece of paper. And I was with my kids. And shortly thereafter, once she exited the building, about a minute, 2 minutes passed by, a waitress went over to that table, and she looked out towards the doorway, and you could see she did an inhale and she exhaled. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. My daughter was intuitive enough to see what I also perceived what was going on. We were able to read by that waitress's demeanor that she very well possibly had got burnt on a bill. And so when the waitress came over, ironically, she was our waitress for our order. And I asked prematurely, did that lady just get up and walk out and didn't pay? And she said, yeah. And my daughter and I looked at each other, and I told the waitress my daughter perceived that. And so the waitress shared with us that there was a note that the lady left. And on the note said, paraphrasing, life are a bunch of challenges, ups and downs, wins and losses, blah, blah, blah. But I hope you have a great day. And this was a sadistic, psychotic note. If you really want to know the truth, I think someone who has the audacity to sit there and write a note casually and calmly and walk out with no concern with the fact of this waitress has to cover that bill. And this is a narcissist. This is a narcissist. They can be well dressed. They can be well put together. They will go in a store, drive up in a Mercedes, go in a store and steal. They're entitled. They're entitled. Some would say they're kleptos. They are so many things that you and I would rather choose not to be. Anything you could possibly name that is unethical, immature, unthinking, reckless, diabolical, on and on and on. These people look at you the same way. They come in and eat off of your plate and don't even offer to wash the dish. They sit by your fire and don't offer to go get wood to put back on it. They use your amenities in your life, but they don't restore or contribute back. They give you the illusion that they are with you. They ride or die. But even shortly after you got involved with them, you knew that something was off, but you passed it off. Gave them a pass. And here we are. The narcissists are freeloaders with an odor. They are psychological hitchhikers. They are emotional rapists. They are psychological pedophiles. They are, and that sounds really, really bad. But if you realize in the mind of a narcissist, this is exactly what they are in many ways and forms. We're so busy looking at the practical terms of what these, to identify such things as I just pointed out. But if you look back on some of the things the narcissist took you through, they identify with all of the things that I just said. They get you here. This is why this is so much of an elusive, subtle, covert, disturbed situation. Sometimes you will live a lifetime trying to get past it. You will spend a lifetime hoping that some of your close friends and relatives and associates and whatnot come to their senses and see that this person is who they are. But it's like wishing upon a star. We know, and we can only hope that other people follow suit. This is going nowhere, man. These people are getting progressively, intensely, severely worse. And everywhere there's a crowd and there's festivities and there's something going on good, they are there. They are the wreckers of anything beautiful. Oh, they're psychological graffiti artists too. They deface people's lives. They deface people's stability. They come in and knock the stilts off of your foundation. Or knock the foundation off of your house. There's so much that you and I don't choose to be like. So whenever you're in your alone time, think about these things, because if we just look at them in just a one-way type of human being, they are so much more than that. So much more than that. And I know some of you, just like I am, we're finding out they're in all facets of life. They're in all levels of society, financially speaking, position-wise. So pay close attention. And the ones that you deem narcissist, dust your shoes off and bounce. That being said, bless.